so far, everybody, all the other publics, they get to make Manscaped commercials, and they don't let me do nothing. I thought, why? They said, well, you're too soft, Andy. You're too soft. Well, yeah, I may not too soft, but fine. I'll speak to the ladies then, okay? I know there's at least 3 of you that watch this channel. So listen, ladies, Father's Day is coming up, okay? I know it's your guys' maybe his birthday, something good like that. Or maybe you just want to buy him something nice because you're a pain in the ass. See? That's not soft. Anyway, head over to manscaped.com. Use code FlyingFluffy. Get 20% off and free shipping. I'm telling you, if you ladies, if you want your man to be soft and cuddly and all of those good things, get on that Manscaped lawnmower. You can't get softer than that. But I'm just going to give a little bit of warning. Come here. Use the guard. Okay? That's just between you and me. Ladies, I'm telling you, don't try to make your man be all macho and tell him, I don't use the guard. Don't be a sissy. Let him be a sissy pants, okay? He's got to use the guard. It's there for a reason, all right? Manscaped.com!
You ready? Here we go. It did it. I don't believe it. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go. Pump drop. And 3, 2, 1. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go Panthers. Let's go. Go.
All right, Panther fans, how we doing? 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday. This should be illegal. There should definitely be a law to prevent this. Holiday or no. In fact, the fact that it's a holiday should make it even less of whatever. Bob's in net. All right, let's. Bob's in net, and we are coming down to the end of it. These 10 games, okay? These 10 games should tell us. However, everybody else that we're chasing lost the other day too. So nobody wants the 8th seed. Everybody must be afraid of Boston. I'm not afraid of Boston. I don't think the Panthers should be afraid of Boston. They've lost, 8, 9 times, whatever it is, and 2 times it's been to the Panthers. Now, I know the Panthers beat the Lightning during the regular season and get asses kicked in the playoffs. I understand that. Leave me some hope here, okay? Stu and I were talking about it, and we're already to the point where, well, if the Panthers don't make the playoffs, what series are we going to cover? And that's probably looking like that's going to be Toronto versus Tampa. So I'm hoping the Panthers make the playoffs. Let's just put it that way. These 10 games at home with the 1 game on the road in the middle there against Tampa, that's going to let us know. It's absolutely going to let us know. Before I forget, Wednesday, since we have no hockey the rest of the week until Friday, Wednesday at 7 o'clock, I'm doing another one of those Florida Panther fans get their say live streams. If you're a member, YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you'll get a link so you can join the stream if you want. If you are not a member, go ahead and email me at flyingfluffyhockey@gmail.com if you'd like to join the stream. Other than that, I expect, look, I know we're complaining about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? But then I thought about it. We're playing the Ducks. That's like 10 o'clock in the morning for them, right? They barely got out of bed and got their breakfast, and they got to play a hockey game. This should be 2 points. Please. Stop. Could we please stop with the back passes and the passing when we've got a breakaway and an empty net and an open lane? And why? It's very interesting how this all coincided. The Panthers started this trend of ridiculously overpassing. I mean, we've always been a pass first team. But the last 2 or 3 games, it has just gone to next galaxy-like levels. And it's been since Huberto's agent made that tweet about basically how it sucks to be playing in Calgary. Now, Huberto was the lead overpasser, still is. Are they trying to revive his ghost and play like Huberto in standing in solidarity with your brother? We let Frank Vetrano get a power play goal. We're leaving guys open on the side of the net. Again, we lose the board battle. And Goldie. Now look. I love Randy. I love Goldie. Right as the power play starting, Goldie has to say, and Anaheim has the worst power play in the NHL. Had to say it. Had to say it, Goldie. The wheels on the bus, they went round and round. The wheels on the bus have fallen off, and the wheels are on the side of the road, and the bus is like skidding off the cliff with Paul Maurice driving it. And Bob is at the back of the bus like holding on for dear life, like that last guy in the Titanic. He's fixing to smash his head. And it's Monday afternoon. It's still Monday afternoon. It's going to be Monday afternoon the entire game. Nice. Beautiful. Let's move on to second period. Alright, so 2-2 after 2. Almost was 3-2, but Eric Staal was denied his second goal of the period with goaltender interference that it was goalie interference. You can't run over the guy. And then that gets called back. And then Mark Staal puts one in, and we got a game. And we finally turned it on like we should be playing, like in the last 3-4 minutes of the period there. We got a goal. We almost got a couple more. I suspect we're going to win this game, but it shouldn't be this hard, shouldn't be this close, but whatever, man. We'll take it. Giovanni Smith took a puck to the face, like it angled and got like a little bit of the shield, but looked like he got him like right either under the eye, or he was in tremendous pain. So he's not been back. And it was unfortunately right after I made the suggestion that Maurice should just play the third and the fourth line the rest of the game and give them the heavy minutes and give the other two lines, the top two lines, a lot less minutes because they look like ass out there. Now, it was Verhaeghe and Tkachuk were on the ice for this last goal, so we'll give them a little bit of credit there. But the Staal line, it's not close. I mean, I'm not saying Eric Staal is our best player, but by far tonight on the ice, the best line is Staal, Lomberg, with Cousins. Why can give me 12 guys with that attitude and that intensity? Give me 12 of those guys, okay? Hell, give me 9 of them, and we could win, all right? Other than that, just some minor things like Lundell can't score, and Denisenko can't score, and how come every time we call up a guy from the AHL, whether it be Denisenko who can't score, or Lundell who looks like he's going to be something, how come all of our guys end up stunted in development, right? Unless, it's been Barkov, Huberto, Ekblad. When was the last time we really developed a guy, right? That we brought up and developed him and it became a... Why? Why couldn't I have just been born in, New England? I had to be born in Miami, right? I had to be a Panther fan, a Dolphin fan. I could have just been a Bruins and a Patriots fan, and my life would have been a lot easier. But no. I had to be born in Miami. So... let's finish this off, please, because I don't want to deal with what we all going to have to deal with. We lose this game, we got 3 days off.
We are going to overtime!
big points. Now, everybody admit, I want everybody watching this video to admit that you all knew at the start of the season that we would be sitting here on a Monday afternoon happy that we were in the 7th seed, even though Pittsburgh has 5 games in hand, after we just squeaked out a game against the Ducks, and we were hoping that Eric Staal came back on the ice because he's our best player of the game. Everybody knew that was coming, right? Right? Huh? Even the puppets knew that. Holy crap. All right. Staal did make it back out to the bench. I can't believe we're concerned about Eric Staal, but he was by far the best guy out there in terms of being center in a line that was losing their mind all day. He was our best player on the ice, no doubt. Okay, so Anaheim scores to make it 3-2, and I sacrificed. I am so sore from the other game, okay, where we allowed 7, kind of 8 goals, right? And I was lifting to 25s the whole freaking way, okay? So I am so dead sore. And so when Anaheim got the lead at 3-2, I picked up the 15s because my shoulders said no weight to the 25s. I tried the 25s earlier. I picked up the 15s, and I just kept at it. Even through the commercial, I just kept at it, and I kept reminding them I was still lifting. We got the goal, got it tied up. We tried to give it away. We tried to give Anaheim a couple opportunities there. Bob had to make some saves. We get it to overtime, and woo! And then they showed the graphic, right? Right? Now, technically, as of this moment, if we had an EMP strike and we had to cancel the rest of the season and like start the playoffs in a month, if we had an EMP strike right now, we're the 7th seed. That might be what it takes for us to hold on to the 7th seed, but I'm just saying, right now, we're the 7th seed, even though Pittsburgh has, 5 games in hand. We're not going to get the 7th seed. We're not beating Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh plays the Islanders tonight. Go Pittsburgh. Get all the points you want. You can have the 7th seed. We just need the Islanders to end up with no points out of that. And I think if the Islanders get no points, I don't know about who else plays and everything, but we might actually wake up tomorrow morning in the 8th seed. So we'll see what happens. Look, they won't die. They won't die, right? I mean, they keep looking like it's going to be dead. You know what this team is? You know that roach? That big flying palmetto bug, right? That you keep swatting at it. And you swat it, and you know you hit it, and it's stunned over in the corner, right? And then like 10 minutes later, it gets back up and it starts walking around again. And you spray it with bleach. And it's all like all shriveled. And then it starts coming back, and it's still limping, and it's still trying to crawl around. That roach, that's what this team is. You can't kill it. It won't go away. It won't go away, right? Okay, so we're just going to do this all the way. It's going to be this way to the end of the season because everybody else has so many games in hand that even when we're not playing like this week, jeez, right? We don't have a game Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So some of these teams could play 2 games, maybe even 3, depending on the scheduling. If somebody's got 3 and 4, they could play a few games here before the Panthers have another opportunity to put points on the board. But Stu and I will be back tomorrow morning, and we will try to figure out why did we have to take Anaheim to overtime when we had like 50-plus shots. Why are we having to work so hard to beat? I mean, we already know we lost the Coyotes earlier this season. We've lost to some not really good teams. But we will take it. Okay? We're taking it. That's all I can say about that. Bob looked pretty good out there today. He made 1 save in the 3rd period that was just absolutely, and Gibson just, I almost thought we was going to get goalied by Gibson, and then it was kind of looking like we were going to get goalied by him. But what was it? Luosterainen finds Verhaeghe in overtime. And you just knew, right? Like if that's somebody else, like if that's Barkov, if that's Lomberg, you're going, And I'm not saying Barkov and Lomberg are the same, but nowadays on the breakaways, Barkov is kind of going to screw it up somehow, and Lomberg's going to give it his best effort, but he's just not going to put it in the net. But with Verhaeghe, you knew breakaway, Verhaeghe, pressure situation, it's money. Okay, that is money. All right, so we get the 2 points. All right, that's enough. That's enough. My head is all over the place because the sun is still out. The game is over, but the sun is still out. I'm confused, right? And we got the 2 points, but I'm not unrealistic about why did we have to work so hard to beat Anaheim? Like, what is going on? They gutted this one out. But we still look off. We still just look like disorganized and dysfunctional. We have some good moments of play, and if we can get the puck in the net in those good moments of play, that's when we win games. We did finally start shooting the puck a lot more in the second and third period. Obviously, we had 50-something shots. We couldn't get to the rebounds. We just weren't getting a lot of rebound luck. The one time we did get the rebound luck, it was right on Eric Staal's stick, and he put it in the back of the net, and then it got called back for goalie interference. There was a lot of rebounds where we just couldn't get to it. Barkov, Kachuk, a couple of other guys, we just couldn't quite get to the rebounds. But they played much better second and third period. So we'll give them that. Friday, we should get Anthony Duclair back. That's going to be something. We're going to get Bennett back. We should get Duclair back. And we got, at that point, we'll have 8 of 9 games at home. It's laid out right there for us. Okay? I've made video. I've talked about this in the podcast. If we have the advantage of all the teams that are in the playoff race, we have the scheduling advantage. Yes, we've played more games, but we've played more games. So, we have fewer chances to get points, but we also will be a lot fresher. During this homestand, there's at least 2 or 3 times where we have 2 days or more in between games. So we should be able to lay it all the way out there, take a couple days to recoup, and put it back out there again and expend all of our gas. So, all right. This is going to be, what do we got? That was game 60. So that was game 60, which means at some point during these days off, I will do a review of my predictions so far from 20, 40, 60 games. It's perfectly timed. So we got 22 games left. It's going to be dogfight, right? I mean, it's just going to be scratching and clawing. And we may not know we're out until the last day, in or out, whatever happens. I have a feeling it's going to come down at least the last 2-3 games for sure, right? And if this team gets in, they will have played on a ridiculous pace. So I'm not quitting on my prediction. There ain't no sense in quitting on it. For those of you who don't know, in my season preview, I predicted the Panthers would win the cup. Stop laughing. But the point is that was my prediction. There's no sense in me backing off of it now. If I'm going down, I'm going down swinging. So if they get into the 8th seed, I fully expect them to eliminate the Bruins. Because President's Trophy is a curse. Only one that would have surprised is Raven. All right, that's enough. Stu and I'll be back in the morning.